All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody is doing good today. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. We are back with more Vampyr. Our second session. We just got a short little introduction yesterday after we finished, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Here we are, still in Act 1, Eternal Thirst. All right, let's just launch right in. I don't know how close it left us off. Okay, so we're still in the safe house. All right, so the autosave in this game seems to be pretty decent. All right, so we got our guy here. At the beginning of the game, he woke up with quite a thirst. We found someone, and our it became aware to us that we were a vampire and we were thirsty for blood, so we did a little feeding, and then quickly discovered that the person we fed on was our sister, who was looking for us, and we killed her. And so basically now we're on the hunt for the person who sired us, as well as eventually researching the vampiric condition. And eventually we're gonna get to a bunch of other stuff. Eventually we're gonna get to Pembroke Hospital to get a job, because we're a doctor. And yes, this is a period piece. It's England, 1918, during the Spanish flu pandemic. Also, a lot of people don't know there was a vampire pandemic happening at the same time. All right. Let's have a look around. Any goodies around here? There is this gentleman right here, who had 3 handles and 3 lead plates on him. We'll make good use of that when the time comes. Thank you, good sir. All right, we haven't been to a crafting bench yet. On a workbench, you can craft medical treatments to heal 6 citizens, serums to boost yourself, and weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. Weapons upgrade. You have enough components to improve one of your weapons. All right. Let's see. You can upgrade your weapon to a new level with the required ingredients. It will inflict more damage, and you will also gain access to customization slots. All right, might as well upgrade our a trusty used machete into a common machete. All right. How's this guy doing? Common steak. Oh, we need more handles and lead sticks. How's the gun doing? We need stuff for that. All right. What do we got here? Watch. Good resale value. This item can be recycled into components. Well, we'll hold on to it for now. All right, I think that is good. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get out of here. I don't believe we have enough XP to really to rest and level up or anything. All right, so we got some blood trails. Yeah, we did come from there, so I think this way is probably the way to go. All right, and North Dock District is stable.
It's locked. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Oh, sounds like we may have found a vampire friend. All right, two-handed weapons. Equip a two-handed weapon and press the right mouse to use its special ability. The scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy damage if timed correctly. Oh god, parrying. I don't think so.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
All right, well,
Please, let go of me.
I feel like we're about to have our first boss encounter.
Oh my God, William. I can't stand it anymore.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
There we go, William Bishop. All right, have we... Oh, okay, I was gonna say, we kind of stun-locked him there. But our, maybe our upgraded machete... Oh, he got us. He got us. Oh, Billy Bishop here. Not very nice. We have been defeated. Well, we got his health down pretty good on our first try there. Maybe we should give the scythe a try, if we can pick that up again. Oh, unless we already have it. Let's see.
Permission to leave. I'll not betray your trust.
How do we use it? All right, used scythe that does do more damage. Okay, so how do I...
We've done it before.
I don't know how to use the scythe. How...
Please stop.
Just a sip, I promise. You're my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
All right, let's see if the options here will let me know how to use the second weapon. Those are all skills, consumable. Switch melee weapons Z. Okay, that's probably what we need.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
Okay. Parry attacks.
Let go of me.
All right. There we go.
Oh my God, William. I can't stand it anymore.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
All right, old Billy. Oh, wow, okay. This guy's pretty tough. Yeah, I should probably dodge around a bit too.
We've done it before.
No. I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
I cannot enter.
William, please stop.
All right, let's give old Billy Bishop here another try.
Dearest friend, you're my last and dearest friend.
This
William,
creature
my
is
arm.
bedeviled.
I can't feel
I must
it.
put it down.
Oh, okay. All right. There we go. We got him. Dodging around does help, apparently. All right, William Bishop has been taken care of by our doctor
William,
friend here.
Please, stop.
Oh. Hey, buddy.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return
Uh-oh.
to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Well, true. Bye. Bye, new friend.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
All right,
Patience,
there's
good
our
fellows,
professor
I've come
friend.
to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
All right, let's go.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Better. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Well, I mean, what happened to you is you're a vampire. All right, we'll take a quick look around before we examine old William Bishop there. All right, get a couple items. There's some bones, some bodies, of course. Lots of bodies in here. Let's see. Oh, there is something here. There we go. Probably, if not
It's
a whole
locked.
lot else. And we can't kind of fly up there. All right, let's check out old Billy Bishop.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire?
Perhaps.
I must find a place to analyze the blood.
All right. Well, I guess all that is left for us is to get on the boat. I don't think there's any other items around. Nothing over here. All right. Let's go.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed, marvelous.
Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
All right,
Dr.
well,
Reed,
we got a new job at least.
take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Oh, fancy.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
All right, there it is, Pembroke Hospital. Our new main hub, I guess.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
All right. All right, Chapter 1, take me to a hospital. Analyze William Bishop's blood in the hospital.
It's locked, all right.
It sure is. All right, let's have a little...
You can do better than that. Nah, it's my turn.
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I was...
I am a doctor, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Alright, blood quality. The blood quality indicates how much XP you'll obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press Q to mesmerize. There we go.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Alright, blood temptation. Press left mouse button to embrace Clay Cox or spacebar to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gained.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Alright, well, we were kind to him. Maybe we can feed on him
Did I black out?
later.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Oh. Are you talking to me?
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Oh, sorry.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
All right. Hey, I got some questions for you.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
All right.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
All right, what do we have here? Due to the influenza, the hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please go back home. All right, we got a full hospital here, and even some tents right across the street. All right, let's have a little look around, then we'll go check out our office, I suppose. Let's see. Hey there, buddy.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Oh, hey, zombie. Hope you're doing good today. Welcome on in. This man is literally playing one of my favorite games, and no self-promo on my channel, you ass. Oh, did I... All right. My bad. All right. Yep. We've made it. We've upgraded from a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines to a little Vampyr. We're finally doing it. You're lucky I was on Twitch. Well, thank you. All right. Let's see if we can find our new doctor's office. It's very interesting. This game covers a couple of nice perks of accepting the dark gift that nobody else covers. We get all kinds of free homes, and now we just got a free job. We didn't really have to do anything except become a vampire. Very nice. There's Dr. Swansea. Let's see. I love this game so freaking much. Yeah, that's why I like you promoting. I never know when people are live because I don't have Twitch open often. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, alerts off. So this is your first time playing? Thoughts? Okay, so this will be my first time going through the whole game. Back in 2020, like the spring of 2020, I decided to check this game out. I think I only made it like an hour. Like I made it to the sewer guy. There's like a sewer fight, I think. But I ended up dropping the game due to a mixture of like the pandemic stuff was kind of depressing me with like COVID being a new thing that was kind of scary at the time, and then other games and whatnot. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, this is my first time. I don't even remember much of the beginning here. All right, I want my office. Where's my office? Gimme. Dr. Tippett, Dr. Strickland, Dr. Aykroyd. Ah, Dr. Reed. That's me.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Yet. Let's see. Just to be clear, if you end up not liking it, I won't be offended. I think you'll find a lot to enjoy in it, though. Oh, I'm sure. Like, I already like it from the beginning. The intro and all that was pretty good. We just did our first little boss battle. Fighting against this William Bishop guy. All right, Dr. Swansea's message. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest, and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you these dark times we are presently facing. Whatever. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely and love, Edgar Griffith, Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Econ in the last few years. Feel free to read it, read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. All right. Let's have a little look around. What have we got here? Oh boy. All right. Well, might as well read it. Article on econs. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization, it is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Let's see, we got mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another and plant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Oh, I want to level that up. I want to get as close to some of the dementation abilities from Vampire the Masquerade. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzied drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. Hey! I was reading here. I didn't press anything. Excuse me, game. Thank you. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him since its smell and attractiveness.
Wow.
Yes. Can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases, he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications, it almost beggars belief. All right. A lot of info there. What do we got here? Got some glass vials.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Oh no. Where am I gonna find water in a hospital? All right, we got all right, yep. All of our stuff here. All right, I mean, here's some water, I would assume, from this sink. How do we get water, though? I want to water the plant.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
All right, let's see if we can craft some water. Treatment for fatigue, anemia, sepsis. All right, yeah, we do have enough to upgrade our scythe. Oh wait, no, we don't. We don't have, we need one more common handle part. Oh, used bludgeon. I don't remember picking that up. Let's see. There's a plant in here you can water. I never figured out how. It's a dead plant, and he comments that it needs water. Yep. Right here.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
What's that, Dr. Reed? Why don't you, get some water?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
I know. All right, well, maybe, I mean, come on, right here, right here. Jonathan, you may be a vampire. Don't you know how to use a sink, though? All right, well, let's leave our office for the moment. Let's wander around. See what goodies we can steal from the desperate hospital, and maybe we can find some water. You can totally water it. I just can't figure it out myself. Ah, okay.
It's locked.
It's locked.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Well, where can we get some lockpicks? All right, we got Dr. Tippett, Strickland, and Aykroyd.
It's locked.
Oh, it's locked. All right, what do we got? Oh, used hacksaw. Yoink. T. Elwood's medical file. Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28, followed by Dr. Tippett's. Status, convalescence, date of admission, September 16th, and date of release to be determined. Notes, the patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the cicatrized tissues shows no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself or his disfiguration. Could it be a case of the guilt of the survivor, phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? Oh, perhaps. Don't ask me. This is my first day on the job. All right, bottle of cheap gin, one small bottle. Can we use that one small bottle on the sink here? No, we cannot. That's too much work. All right, let us continue on. What do we got over here? Just a door. All right, we got Dr. Swansea.
Please come back later. I'm busy right now.
Doing what?
Not now.
But when?
Please come back later.
All right, fine.
I cannot enter.
All right, we got some stairs going up, up, to a door we can't open. How about the other side here? Nope. All right, let's head on down into the main part of the hospital. Hey guys. So what should I do? I mean, I'm a doctor and a surgeon. I was just told I had an office and they kind of let me loose here. Oh, is this the lady? I think I remember her. The lady who believes she's a vampire? Oh, what do we got here? Prevent disease, careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza, spread by droplets sprayed from the nose and throat. Do not cough in public. All right. Well, we won't cough in public. Hey, where'd you go?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
What? That's crazy. So am I. Hey. You're a vampire?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Oh, don't we all?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad.
Hey, maybe that's what we have.
You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
All right,
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby.
Mm-hmm.
I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
All right, garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
All right, I think she's breaking the masquerade here by shouting about being a vampire in public. Who are you really?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Sure, sure. All right.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay. All right, find out who is spying on Thelma. All right, we can find that out. Let's continue our exploration. Hey there. How's it going?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
So how are things? I heard there might be a bit of a sickness going around.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get a grip!
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Oh no. What if? I don't know if I want to yell at her though. We'll skip that one.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
All right. How's the staff?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Oh. What's going on here?
Especially concerning doctors.
Yeah, well, what's up with old Milton here?
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Alright.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Sounds like old Milton needs a little adjustment from Dr. Reed here. Alright, we don't have anything unlocked about her personal stuff.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, what do we got? Hey there.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Alright, how about the real cause of your injury, liar?
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells.
Aha!
It happened during my leave.
Aha!
It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Let's see, surgery could help you. Beauty is not everything. You can't hide forever. Alright, well, we are a surgeon. We want to get paid.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Oh, hint failed. Uh-oh. Alright, we're a bad doctor.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Alright, how about old Miss Howcroft?
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So how often do you play these biting games with each other?
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
I don't know if I want to call her mentally disturbed quite yet. Let's say goodbye
for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
All right, what do we got? Hey there. How's it going?
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
All right.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
The Wet Boot Boys. The Wet Boot Boys, oh boy.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
All right.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
All right. So, we'll just, talk to everybody then.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Alrighty. I want to see if we can find a way out to that yeah, find out who's spying on Thelma.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr.
Yeah,
Ackroyd?
does it?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Excuse me, sir? I believe you're an overrated dabbler.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Alright. Let's see. No need for such animosity. Jealousy will not do you any good. You better change your tone with me, buddy.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I,
well,
as a
maybe
good
we
practitioner, should express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Alright, we got a new hint with this guy here.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly
all
is
of
that
the above?
supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Let's see. I have saved many lives. Knowledge is our main weapon. No reason to justify my actions to you.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
All right. Enough with you.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you get back to your job of just sitting and staring at that guy, while I do important medical things, like, I don't know, walking around a hospital and talking to everybody.
You always knew the words to calm the children.
I think we already talked to her. Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Finally, somebody who loves us.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Yeah, you hear that, Dr. Ackroyd? This is a doctor who knows what's up.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Let's see. I'll be glad to help you. Research is exhausting. Flattery is useless. Oh, no. We'll be glad to help. The good doctor here. The one who isn't shitty Dr. Ackroyd.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
All right. How about the hospital?
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
I would imagine not.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
All right, we got a new quest.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded.
That's right.
Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
That's right. What a loser Dr. Ackroyd is. Let's see if we can find out about this guy's new blood transfusion technique.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
All right, let's see. You must remain neutral. All right. Hold on one second. All right. Let's hear Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
All right, we got another doctor right here.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Oh, it's Dr.
Thank you for your
Ackroyd
time.
again.
We'll talk later.
went the wrong way. I meant to go down here. Oh, wait, what do we got here? 4 glass vials. Unfinished letter. Let's read that. Pembroke Hospital, the 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will be out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with the mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm, I ... All right.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Yeah, tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
All right. How about the hospital? How do you like it here?
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
All right. Let's see, you seem worried about your family.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Oh boy. Oh, we unlocked another one. All right. Why feel guilty?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Well, sure.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh, yeah, that's some bad luck.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
Ooh, yeah. Oh boy.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
All right. What do we got? What do we got over here? Oh, yep. Hospital is full. Go back home. All right. Here we are. Oh. Oh, okay. F to remove. All right. So we got the hospital. If we want to help out our new vampire lady friend, there's like a garden behind the hospital near the morgue. Okay, I don't know which icon here. Oh, wrong target. Find out who's spying. Oh, okay. There we are. Okay, so the little head up there is for Thelma's side quest, which we will get to in a little bit here. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. We'll be back in a minute or two or so, and we'll continue on with some more Vampyr. So be right back. All right, we are back. We are back. And ready for some more Vampyr. Oh. All right, let's rummage through the trash there. Got some good items. All right, so where... Okay, so that kind of disappears. So was the spy around here?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Yes, where indeed? Your city needs you. Every life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck in the heart of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Inquire at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labor and National Service or write to 15 Kings Way, London. All right, are you a spy? Are you the spy?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
All right.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
All right. I don't think we've met Milton yet.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago.
Uh-oh.
You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Yeah. Aside from the whole being dead thing, sure.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
All right.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
All right. Well, what kind of goods?
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
That's right.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Oh. Well, good for you.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
Yeah,
No.
do you?
I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Yay, good news, finally.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Perhaps. Let's see. We got codeine, a strong analgesic, an anti-tussive drug often used to ease pain and coughing. We got some opium, With the rise of the epidemic and the rampant shortage of legal medications, London citizens, for its sedative and anesthetic properties, have recently used opium again. Let's see, an enigmatic formula. This formula was written on a piece of paper, seems complex, and needs to be analyzed. Well, we only got 81, and that's 70. Let's see, anything we could sell. Oh, good resale value. I think we're good for now. Maybe you will come back
It's
later
locked.
on. All right, so now we gotta get back to our
It's locked,
investigation
all right.
on the spy after our vampire friend. All right. In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then...
And yeah, the rest is kind of cut off there. All right. Crumpled letter. Let's see. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now, except getting better. For I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Well, I don't know if that's gonna happen. All right, so how do we get to like the morgue area? Where's
you ended up on my plane and court.
Where's the spies?
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to...
It's locked, all right.
Everything is locked. Except that long letter. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we got a long letter here. All right, Birmingham, 27th of October. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again. And we may have new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Ms. Scheller, the old drinking hag from the 3rd floor? She passed away 2 days ago, and her flat is already occupied again. Jeez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in the bed in which a woman died of the flu just a few hours ago. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mum, Dad, and my job at the factory, I rarely find time to write to my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his Auntie Pippa. You should see the little bugger, already driving me mad. And Mum says you bring back some of those marvelous cakes the next time you come back home. In your last letter, You told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit. And it's as boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm no slut, you moral bitch, you. Whoa. Jeez. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join that band you told me about, the Guard or Priven, something like that. Never heard of them. But if they are, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let the others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyways, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news before that. I am your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mum, and Dad. All right, we gotta figure out how to find the spies. Nothing in these buildings. Doesn't seem like. All right, how about around here? All right, public notice, prevent influenza. Cover each cough and sneeze with handkerchief. Walk to work, do not spit. Drink from your own cup, avoid crowds. If taken ill, go to bed and send for a doctor. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth, 8 by 16 inches, fold it to make it 8 by 8 inches. Next, fold this to make it 8 by 4 inches. The cord's about 10 inches long at each corner. Apply over mouth and nose as shown in picture, issued by the LLC Board of Health. All right. Oh, we're just right back here again. All right. Oh, we got, all right, 2 small bottles.
It's locked.
Of course it is.
Scowl voices in the garden.
Ah, here we are.
I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh, I see someone over there. All right, buddy. Come on over here, because there's some people over there, and I don't want to... Don't want to activate like all kinds of enemies at once. All right. Guess we can check that out in a second. Oh, okay. Almost died there. All right, what do we got? What do we got here? Photography in a wallet. A photography of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa, forever. All right, some bullets. Oh, shotgun shells. All right, we got a quarantine over there.
It's locked, all right.
Yep, it sure is. All right, so we did have the opened door over here. Nothing, no goodies for us there. Let's see. All right, I wonder if this building right here is the morgue that we're trying to get into. What is this building? Preston and Sons.
I cannot enter.
All right. I am pretty lost with how to, or even like where. I assume it's got to be some building back there because we finally found this area, the garden area.
It's locked, all right.
All right, beware flu. Keep out. What do we have here? Quarantine, contagious disease. One shall enter or leave quarantine area without written blah 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 of the local health authority, blah blah blah. An authorized employee, the blah blah blah, shall alter, destroy, or remove this card, blah blah blah. Violating this regulation will be fined. Keep out of this area by order of Board of Health Officer. All right. No problem. All right. Oh gosh. All right. So what am I supposed to do? Why am I not finding like an entrance that I want? And I can do this, but it doesn't seem to lead to anything else. And this just goes back to the main hospital. Let's see, hideout, merchant. Alright, this does not look like a morgue. This looks like part of the main hospital again. Oh boy, alright.
The Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
That's right. More influenza posters. Yeah, that's still the regular hospital. All right, what is... Well, that's getting pretty far away from the hospital. I don't know if we should be there yet. All right, I don't know. Maybe it was one of those buildings that we saw that were locked up. Maybe we gotta get a key from somebody.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, really? All right, this guy is our gun supplier for now, I guess.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since Too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Well, I guess we were already kinda there.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues,
Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Alright, fair enough.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Alright.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your
No.
wallet. With all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Alright, well, we got another... here we go.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
And yeah, also maybe you could be fired for smuggling guns or demanding people pay for hospital beds? I don't know.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Alright, what do we got? Milton's shotgun. That's 315, yeah. Alright.
Another night with the glorious battalion.
Alright, let's see. Oh, here's our vampire friend.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's
You
Pembroke
are going to
nowadays.
reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Oh, is that it? All right,
Good
lady.
evening, Miss Howe. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Let's see. Oh, okay. We do have this now.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Oh, of course. Of course. Silly of me to even ask. All right,
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay, maybe the, our doctor boss, if we can talk to him.
Not now.
No? Alright. Okay, I have no idea how to access the morgue.
I cannot enter. It's locked.
All right. Weird. Let's see here. Okay, this says it's pretty close to the that Guardian guy that we met, who also sells items. I don't know, maybe it's too early for us to do. All right, well, let's see if we can find that guy again. Oh, where was that guy?
seem
Okay,
peaceful
this guy.
and lost.
All right. Oh.
It's locked, all right.
All right. I wonder. Okay.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Let me see here. Okay, this doesn't really say anything about the morgue. Huh. All right,
Never ceases to amaze me.
anything back here? Oh. All right. Let's explore this building here. All right, we got another watch. All right, we got some guys.
Steady! Murdering bastard!
Okay. Okay, determine what the Pre-Win agents have discovered. Okay, so this was the place. Okay. All right, some more money, some more ammo. Yeah, there's a note or letter. Okay, survey mission, 25th of October, from Guard of Pre-Win Command Post to East End Patrols. Object of vampire activity. Hospital. Survey. Investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital, London East End. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Oh, so she was telling the truth. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech, then report directly back to us, and we will decide what action should be taken. Alright, so our possibly not vampire, or maybe she is a vampire friend, patient in the hospital, was not making up. Spies being after her. Hey, Dog Nozzle. How you doing today? Welcome on in. How goes the vampyring? Better now that I found where we were supposed to go for this little side quest. It was a whole bunch of me not knowing what to do for a little while, but yeah, we're making a name for ourselves already at the hospital. We wandered around, we talked to a bunch of people. We are a pro doctor, the best doctor. There is no doctor better than Dr. Jonathan Reed. All right, let's find Thelma.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil.
There we are.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Oh, don't we all?
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
Let's see. We can say she's a delusional woman. We can say she knows nothing about vampires. Or tell her she is in danger. I like her. Delusional or not, I don't want to be mean to her. We'll go with the danger option because the vampire hunters are aware of her.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
All right,
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my
Oh,
blood boil
okay.
with
Find the
fever.
local command post of the Guard of Prewin. Okay, so we're not done with that side quest yet. All right.
What of my own life?
Let's go for a run here. Nice, a nighttime jog. All right, Whitechapel Street, district status dangerous. To the citizens of London, curfew, official health warning. Curfew will be sounded at 9 o'clock p.m. by the church bells. All citizens must keep off the streets from that time until 5 o'clock a.m. Until further notice, a citywide curfew has been implemented. It is imperative that you wear your mask to prevent the spread of infection. If any member of your household becomes ill, inform the authorities immediately. Due to the curfew not opened after 9 o'clock p.m. All right, we got someone screaming. So is that lady just like tricked herself into thinking she's a vampire? Possibly. Don't know quite yet. But that last little conversation, it kind of sounds like if she thinks maybe she would feel better if she started drinking blood. Hey guys. Hi. Whoa! Whoa! All right. That was a one-hit kill on us. Oh boy. All right. Let's, maybe we'll go this way. I know. It's a little too quiet. All right, so we got one guy there, one guy there, one guy there.
If you spot one, fire.
Dude, why don't you fire the guy screaming? He's clearly a vampire guy. Ask your doctor if vampirism could be right for you. Exactly. All right, what's in here? Is this the headquarters? Abandoned investment property. I don't know. Let's explore, I guess. Keep out. All right, we got a crucifix there. All right, oh, citizen to save. Careful, the endangered citizen may not survive the next night. Go check on him. New citizen investigation is available. Press blah, blah, blah.
It's locked.
Uh-huh.
Stop! Get away from me! Don't touch me with your...
Oh, all right. Wow. Okay, these guys are pretty tough. Well, I think that citizen is on their own, unless... Oh, all right, it just respawns us back here. Let's see. We do have our gun. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's maybe. Okay, gun is offhand. I got stuck. I got stuck. All right, these guys are a bit tough. A bit tough. There we go, let's have a little rat meal.
Despicable.
Oh my god. Yeah, the gun seemed to hardly do damage. Yeah, I wonder it being like offhand if that is just a stun, maybe. I know someone, we saw someone selling a shotgun. That might be like a better weapon.
Help! The damn strangers are attacking me! Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands! Damn strangers are attacking me!
Ooh. All right. That was a little tough. Interesting.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
They sure have.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them.
Wow.
Now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
Let's see. You rescued a citizen. He will return to his district the following night. All right. All right, let's rob this guy here. All right. Well, we were able to save him without killing those guys who were giving us trouble. Let's see. Is the enemy's red bar their HP and their white bar for stun? Maybe. I'll have to actually kind of pay attention to that. I keep not looking at it. But yeah, I assume at the very least the red has to be HP. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's get out of here. We'll leave those vampires up top. We at least got rid of the main guy.
No civilians allowed, sir. Are you stupid? Stupid beast! He's mine! You're mine!
Okay, all right. I should probably level up at some point.
Step away, sir. It ain't human! Kill it!
I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost.
More and more of these.
Oh, we gotta go back the other way. We're getting deeper into Whitechapel.
Bloody leeches every night. I. The
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, it at least throws us back here. Let me take a look. All right, we got all of that, I guess. All right, let's try to get back to the hospital.
Let it go at home, sir.
All right, you guys stay there. Perfect. All right. Let's see. It seems like the gun mostly hits their white bar for what that's worth. Oh, okay. That must be the stun thing then. All right. I get it. I get it. All right. Any other new dialogue with Thelma here?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Nope. All right.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Yep, blood is the good stuff.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
All right, let's get back up to our office. I like our coat with the leather shoulder patches. Yep. We got this from if you remember the professor that we met at the bar. He's actually like the head doctor here. He gave us a job. We also briefly met the lady whose voice we heard on the other side of that door in the bar, who helped us out during, well, after we had our first boss fight. Don't know who she is yet, though. All right.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Yeah, if only we could find water somewhere in England. Alas, it is an impossibility. All right, okay, analyze blood sample of William Bishop. I guess we'll analyze that as well. A light regeneration serum.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
All right. I guess let's rest up, see if we can, yeah, what do we got here? All right, we got stuff. Body condition. Physical prowess. Increases stamina. Increases health. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to try using the claws. I gotta, I guess, look up how to, what button I need for that. Maybe that would have helped. Let's see. You drain your own blood. Okay, I think endurance is what we want actually at the beginning. Let's see. All right, we got more XP to, we can spend. All right, blood barrier. You create an invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. You'll block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Increase blood capacity. Increase your life regeneration when using bite in combat. Increase damage inflicted when using bite in combat. Maybe a little more health might be good. that's not unlocked yet. Shadow Veil. Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in the state will drain more stamina. You'll exit the shadows if you attack or dodge, or when your stamina is empty. All right. Little stealth deal there. Sounds good to me. All right. You can now carry 3 serums on you. Why not? There we go. I think that's good. Let's confirm. The following night.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
What indeed?
Come on, I don't have all night.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
All right, who's at the door?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Oh, you do?
A crisis, you say?
At the hospital?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Let's see. There's nothing here. This room is off limits. No antiseptics at all.
What type of hospital are you running?
Yeah.
No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
That's
the
how
abandoned
we get the,
morgue behind the hospital.
Morgue key.
A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked, all right.
All right, can we talk to our doctor friend?
Not now. Please come back later.
Nope. Nope. All right, back of the hospital. Back of the hospital. Here we go. All right. The old morgue. The old morgue is healthy. right, anyone around? Hello? Anybody here? All right, got another glass vial. What do we got here? All right, some money. Always good to have. Oh, wait. Oh, all right. That was just kind of shiny.
It's locked.
Well, I guess we're going up. All right, here we go.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Vampirism. All right, let's, go here. Looks like our gun is out of order. All right. And that's not what I wanted. All right, let's see, main hand. Let's get the scythe. Okay, so now we just need sodium hypochlorite and find a key to the morgue basements.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Whoa! right. These guys are all over the place. All right, got some bullets. All right, do I want to keep going upstairs just for fun, though? Watery rich blood sample +2. All right, well, maybe that was worth it. I don't know. We'll have to head back to our workbench at some points. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I wonder if that is a little boss battle down here with Mr. Disappearing Guy.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Ouch. All right. That hurt a little bit. All right, anything down over here? No. All right, let's see if we can pull this gun out. All right, why am I, like, not getting this? Okay, yeah, main hand, I want that. Offhand. Oh, wait, that's right, it's like a dual weapons. Okay, so we do that. Main hand 1, main hand 2. Can't do anything with that, so gun. Okay, all right, I think I got it. I think we can't use a gun with the scythe because it's two-handed. Yep, it took me forever to realize that. And I was also getting a little confused. I was just reading this wrong for some reason. Like, I don't know. All right, let's take a look-see. Some money. All right. Hey, buddy. Death report, Office of Pembroke Hospital, Medical Examiner. Report of investigation. There we are. Let's see. Decedent, Samuel Connor, race, Caucasoid. All right. Sex male, age 39, unknown, home address. He's a fisherman. Type of death, natural. Probable cause of death, fast progressing pneumonia by virus, induced pulmonary consolidation, Spanish influenza. Examination attendees, Dr. Cochran Tippett, a nurse, Gwyneth Brannigan. Name and signature of medical examiner, Dr. Cochran Tippett.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Ooh, all right.
It's locked.
Let's look into it.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Let's see. Open chest.
The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Let's see. Caucasoid sounds like some old-timey race science. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? It's so weird.
A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, Tippets. You better hope the vampires down here kill us.
It's locked, all right.
You're in trouble. Used Liston knife. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and press to directly absorb blood. Oh, interesting. Oh, we're out of ammo anyways. All right, let's go. All right. We're gonna be called to testify in a malpractice suit. Yes. Chapter 3 is the is the trial. right. Okay, this is looking like the way to go. Oh boy. I don't want to go in here. Oh, this is like a big room. I think we got a fight waiting for us. Yep.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
All right, we got so lucky there. We're about to die. I had no stamina left, and I just remembered. I looked down, and I remembered our claw ability, which took care of the rest of that guy's health. So we oh boy, very, very lucky. Oh, here we are.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
What do we got up here? Oh, an enigmatic formula. We'll have to see what we can craft with that. Oh, we can craft right here. Looks like we got some health regained during that fight. Does this game have some kind of health regain system? That might have been me using one of the other abilities where you can use some of your own blood to regen a little health. So I was kind of slamming that button down a lot. All right. Let's analyze that. Light blood serum. We should actually make some serums, definitely. Need some extra health. Let's see. Increased damage. Decreased stamina. We'll go with damage. Alrighty. I think we might be about done in the morgue here. I don't know if there's gonna be more vampire friends. right, there was more vampire friends. All right, let's head upstairs. All right, here we go. All right. Good morgue. Good morgue. Let's craft the treatment for fatigue. Oh, so that's what that deal was. Okay, fatigue. I was not sure what exactly we had to craft. All right, let's head in here. There we go. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. All right, Thelma, Thomas, Sean. Ah, there's Dorothy.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Pro doctor.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
All right, let's see. Diseases, decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with...
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
All right, press E to check the medical status of the citizen. Healing will increase blood quality and reward you with XP. The health status of the district will also improve.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
All right.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
All right. You guys have fun.
My boy.
Oh, we gotta find Tippets. Where's Tippets? We gotta get him arrested. Remember, Citizen's Blood will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely. All right, that is good to know. We haven't really fed. So there is a thing I know about this game. Like it said, feeding on innocent people will give you lots of XP, and that's how you become pretty powerful in this game. However, it does apparently lock you out of the good endings. To get the good endings, you basically don't feed at all, and you're pretty weak throughout the game. I don't know what the actual endings are or what they entail, but we're probably gonna get the bad ending, or at least one of them, because we are going to feed. All right, where is Tippets?
Here again.
It's locked, all right.
Milton Mortimer. There he is. There he is. Hey, buddy. We're gonna do this right out in the open.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippets, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Let's see. What's the point of a vampire game if you don't get to feed? I know, right? I see what they were probably trying to go for. Making it kind of like a moral decision, maybe trying to, fight the hunger, be a better person. Considering that, they're the devs of the Life is Strange games. But we're gonna eventually feed.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Let's see, people are more important. It's the same everywhere. I didn't have much of a choice.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
I know, he won't even let us in. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Time to call your ass out, Dr. Tippets, if Doctor is even your real first name.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
All right. Security, please escort this garbage man to a jail cell.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error.
Get him.
My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Maybe we should feed on Dr. Tippets. We'll see.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Let's see. All right, blood quality 1650. Oh, all right. Our mesmerize is not up to snuff. All right, you're safe for now.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
But you just wait. You just wait, buddy. All right. Okay, we gotta talk to Dr. Swansea.
Discussed on every street corner. The daily.
Ah, we can
Please,
finally
Jonathan,
go
come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Sure. Let's see. Your words bring comfort. This is no gift. I'm a living paradox.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Let's see. No need to apologize. This is not amusing. We need each other.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit.
Oh.
Her ladyship is
Okay.
certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
All right, so you got any goodies around here? Rare species of vampire. New collectible. Let's see. As a scholar and exegete of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklores into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth about the various types of immortals based on what we know and what we gathered through time. Let's see. For how many centuries did we consider that a vampire was the vernacular term for what we had learned to call econ? Let's see. Until the day four explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Volkods were a lupine type of vampire, we considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi or the Puchin of southern Chile? And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James Church in Louth? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies, which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading plague all around the city? What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter? Sometimes described by ancestral British econs as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed amongst the mortals and immortals. I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we could find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. From Unveiling the Night by Usher Talltree, Primate of St. Paul. Econ, huh? Never heard that one before. It's cool how they're setting up all these different variants of vampires. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with Econ either. Warning letter. All right, Pembroke Hospital, 25th of October. Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning Dr. Thoreau Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it also, it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years. But for now, he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. All right, another letter here. All right, August 4th, dear Dr. Swansea, I will be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's open. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it's not the same thing as being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Always sincerely, Rakesh Chadena, a former doctor. All right, let's head on out. Let's see.
Soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Oh, those lovebirds. Okay, so I guess the lady is out here somewhere.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Ah!
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment
the
to
lady.
Pembroke Hospital.
All right.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
I'm glad to see you. I feel played. Swansea fancies vampires.
Wow.
Yeah, he does.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
All right, I'm here to help.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
All right, I believe you, I don't believe you. We'll stay on her side. She's probably a pretty powerful vampire. We don't need to fight her.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
All right.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
It's true. You should have seen what happened in that morgue.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Well, let's see. You look like a complete rube, the perfect person to ask silly questions without raising suspicions. Oh boy.
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation.
Oh, yes, it is.
I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
All right. We got some extortion going on.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
All right, interesting. A rat in the hospital is the name of the quest, I guess. So this is probably gonna be a big whole thing. We might save that for next time. I think might be a good spot to stop before we get into a big quest that'll take us who knows where. But yeah, made a little bit of progress today. Fought some people. Got some experience. Made another doctor admit their murder of a patient. Rich, full day. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back 10 p.m. Eastern, picking back up with Kingdom Come Deliverance for our 2 days of that. But yeah, thanks everybody who came in, hung out tonight. I appreciate it. I'll set up the usual raid once I get out of here. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good night or day, whatever time it is where you're at, and we'll see you later. So long, bye.